October 31st, 2017. I had just got back from the Isle of Wight, and it was Halloween. Poetry in Motion. It's Robot Wars, Series 10, Episode 3, Review. Late. Very. Not as late as the Series 9 final. Oh, hell no. As ever, I'll be going through each robot that went out at each stage. So, in our first redemption round, the robot that went out was Apex. And I think it's a shame that Apex went out because it has the potential to be a very destructive robot. Since the trashioning in the redemption round, Apex rebuilt. Craig Danby rebuilt the robot, and they have fought again on the live circuit, and they've won several fights with it, and they were very brutal fights, and Apex has the potential to be a bot killer. Unfortunately, the way that the bar was mounted in the series wasn't very good, and they've changed that for the live circuit so that half the audience isn't killed in their seats. What do they go on to do next? Well, Predator and BattleBots. Unfortunately, that's not gone too well for them either. I feel the Danby team is the new Behemoth, always very unlucky. Hopefully something will go their way at some point, because they are a good team. Craig's built hundreds of robots. And when I say hundreds, I genuinely mean hundreds of robots. He's like me with the More Robots series. He just keeps building. And it's fantastic, but unlucky for Apex, and it's just a shame that they were split into two. So that's that. Bye Apex, better luck at some point, please. Just do well at some point. Moving on to the second redemption round, we lose Bucky the Robot and its incredibly freaky, screaming mascot. Genuinely screams. See what I mean? Yeah. Bucky the Robot. Good idea. Different idea as well. I really like it for being different. Its failings was... Well, there were a couple of failings. The weapon itself worked well. They grabbed Vulture in their redemption round. And yeah, that was good, but that was only because Vulture self-righted onto their wedge. The wedge on Bucky was very tall, very steep. If they'd have gone for maybe a bit shallower, I think they'd have done a bit better. And the other issue with it is ground clearance, and there's a lot of it all over it. There's actually not much workings underneath the wedge itself. It's all sort of contained within that wedge, which is an interesting idea, but it does mean that there is like a massive hole underneath the robot that other robots can get in underneath and get them up and over. I did like their first round match, where Rapid almost got them out of the arena, but then Bucky bit the side of the arena to stay in. That was good. I enjoyed that. Overall, I think Bucky's a great robot to look at. Maybe not competitive in any way, shape or form, but the weapon just about works, and it's fun. It's just fun. You've got to put on a good show, as they say, and they did exactly that, so well done to them. But alas, they are out as well. Moving through to our semi-final rounds, there were some decent fights there. Terahertz versus Vulture and Traction versus Rapid. Well, when I say very good fights, the fastest fight ever in Robot Wars, Traction versus Rapid. Straight out the arena and into the third place playoff, where Vulture, after taking a thorough beating from Terahertz in the well, again, they got beat up twice by Terahertz. Bit weird that they didn't cross them over so that these two are fighting and these two are fighting. It was these two redemption, these two semi-final, won their redemptions back in with the original robots, which was silly, really. It just sped up the episode, but I do feel, and I'm going to come on to it later, that was just to get the right two robots into the heat final. But anyway, yeah, Vulture took a thorough beating from Terahertz and they couldn't repair in the time. So they forfeited their third place to Traction, who goes straight through to the 10-way at the end of the series. So bit of a cheeky way of getting through. It's a shame it had to go that way, but it did go that way, so never mind. And on to the heat final already. I could talk about more, but I'm not going to, because the heat final is where all of the main robots fight. Terahertz versus Rapid, the right two robots for the final. This episode was just those robots, really, and I think it was done on purpose to get them into the final. So anyway, let's just talk about the fight, because it was a good fight. Rapid used some good tactics of getting Terahertz onto the floor flipper a lot, so they're not wasting their own CO2, but Terahertz are wasting CO2, trying to self-right, then getting them into dead metal, CPZ a couple of times. Yeah, this was a really good tactic from Rapid, and Terahertz should have probably seen it coming the second or third time. Terahertz managed to get a cushion off of the top, not a real cushion obviously, but an HDPE cushion that was mounted onto almost shock absorbers, I don't know. This was good damage, but it was a sacrificial panel and it was there to take the blows. It was removed relatively quickly, so they got a couple of blows in on the main robot itself, but not many. Rapid, I think one of the most pleasing things to the eye is when Rapid flips Terahertz. Terahertz travels this way across the arena and hits a sidewall. We see robots go up all the time. It's so great to see a robot pushed halfway across the arena through the air. That is great. And Rapid is ever so powerful. They really probably can flip a transit van. Probably not with the same amount of air as some of the robots in this heat, but yeah, they could do that, I think, genuinely. Rapid managed to get Terahertz over the sidewall on its, I think it was the second attempt of trying to get it over a sidewall. First time they were just a bit too far away and Terahertz had gone a little bit too far up their wedge. Second time, perfect. Managed to get them over the sidewall and then over the side railings either side of the, sort of the walkway into the arena, which is about twice the height of the arena wall, or at least 1.5 times as tall. So yeah, big power from Rapid, and they go through to the heat final. Terahertz have to go into the 10-way melee, and that is all she wrote. Overall, I think it was a very funny heat. There were lots of bits that made me laugh. Apex causing a pile-up, basically, in the middle of the arena. Bucky the Robot's mascot, Bucky the Robot's team captain, thinking he won his first fight, or pretending that he had. Just lots to make you laugh, and some very entertaining heats. So yeah, I really enjoyed Heat C, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I should be doing the finals of both Series 9 and Series 10 very soon. So long as I feel like it. I'm not doing them today. I don't feel like it today. I felt like this one today. I'm glad I did this one today. Okay, bye.
You've got plenty of good hits.